Great to be with you. Welcome to Volume 2 of Shed Rocking. I'm Ben, ringing in from the great state of North Carolina. Before we talk about that track, let's go to the viewer comment bin. First comment of the channel. My so-called guitar life, good stuff, dude. Thank you. It's Mr. Brad Ward. Gives lessons on Lesson Face. You should check him out. My so-called guitar life. Great guy, sweet guy. Second comment comes from Donkey Dude, talking about DADGBD. Double drop D tuning from the first video. My favorite alternate tuning, great video. Another way to play G is to keep the shape of the D chord, then drop the index finger down to the second fret of the A string. Sound isn't as full, but definitely works. So we were talking about how you can't make a G in the traditional form, but Donkey Dude reminds us you can make this chord. Which is really a nice chord. And then, of course, my favorite is the G on the 5th fret. So the first video talked a lot about DADGBD, and I'll just carry on in that vein so you can learn a few more nice chords in this tuning. E minor. Best chord in the whole world, in my opinion. Right? In standard tuning, it sounds like this. Something like that. Let me turn the shit up. But with the D on the top, it rings out a little different. So that's really a nice chord. And then if you add in this F sharp, which is the 4th fret of the D string, to your E minor shape, you get this. So again, what's great about the E minor is you just need one finger. You hold down those 3 and then let these top 3 ring out. If you can do it. And then it makes that chord. So let's put the F sharp in, the 4th fret of the D string, to that same chord. What a nice chord that is. And that shape is slidable. Bring it up to the 5th fret. What a nice sounding chord that is. So that's 5th fret, but then this one on the 7th fret of the D string, and then the top 3 open. Take it up another 2 frets and you have a nice A chord. Here's what a B sounds like with that same shape. It sounds like a song just by itself. Let's go up another 3 to the D position. Down to E minor. So, you know, as I mentioned, the reason that I like double drop D, there's a lot of reasons. It sounds great, but it just makes it easier to play, in my opinion, than the standard tuning. You can find a variety of kind of chord shapes and ideas and find that they're totally sort of portable up the neck. But what's cool is the ringing strings on the top, G, B, D, you know, are going to sound different based on the chord that you're playing the rest of the way. So if I go for this kind of shape here, where it's 2 on the bottom and then two frets up, right? And then these other 2 ring out open, it's going to sound like this. That is a weird sound, but you go down 1 fret with the same shape. can do some interesting things with those sort of ringing strings on the top and then different chords underneath. Cool. So the genesis of that song that I was just playing is sort of like A suspended 4, C, E minor, D, and it goes like that for a few times. But, you know, I think it's more interesting to play the notes in the chord and then add little bits in between. So I would play it like, at least in the beginning, like. And then into the chorus, which is a C chord, and followed by E minor. So again, the double drop D tuning gives you access to these simple shapes that you can slide and feel confident that you're going to end up with something decent sounding. I realize that's a hack way to approach the instrument, so I apologize on that score. The idea of knowing where every note is instinctively all the way up and down on every string, I'm not sure I'm going to get there, so I'm going to try to make it as easy for myself to make music that's at least pleasing as I can. Now, I know the challenge is laid down, to use your ear, so I'm going to try to use my ear in what I'm doing as well. But, you know, I'm not teaching from the perspective like, oh, I've got this licked. It's more like I'm teaching from the perspective of I've played for a long time, I've made a lot of records, and I think I've improved over the course of my life from a teenager to now sort of middle-aged guy. So just in the spirit of trying to share what I've learned rather than like, oh, I've got it, because, you know, you spend 10 minutes watching Tommy Bukovac and the guy's unbelievable. So, but at the same time, it's very inspiring. As humbling as it is, it's very inspiring, because you see what a guy is capable of doing. If you spend all your life sitting there with the guitar neck and trying to learn how to play every song that you ever heard, you're going to get insanely good, as it happens to be. So, you know, I just want to share what I've learned and what I think I understand about how to make good sounding music. So let's hear that again. get the idea. One more time. So there's your A, C, E minor to D. Actually, I think that's it. It's all about this F sharp on the D string interacting with that open G. Sounds beautiful, so you can go. And then, later in the song, when I did the full-blown version, this song is called Secret Listening Machines. It's on a record called Global Unified that I did. Anyway, later on, I bring in the big power chords. Right? But then, so you have the different flavors. You play the little arpeggiated lick or the big. And both sound cool. And if you do, two different things in the same song, then that's great too. So again, another fun use of double drop detuning, and I hope this has been fun for you. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.